groups and all Israelite communities and all breakoffs from One West and breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs. No matter what rainbow uniform you wear, red, white, purple and white, all white, it don't matter. You should all treat the ISUPK like your weird, misunderstood Sabbaths. You shouldn't do anything until you counsel with the ISUPK. We'll tell you when and what to eat. We'll tell you who to marry. We'll tell you who to have sex with and how. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your wives. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your friends, everybody. We'll tell you when and how to pray. We'll tell you how to direct your life in a way that's pleasing to the Most High God of Israel and our Black King Yahushua, a.k.a. Jesus Christ. We will be to you instead of a God. Just like the Most High told Moses in Exodus 4:16 that Aaron would be to him instead of a mouth and he would be to Aaron instead of a God, that's what we'll do for you. It is what you all need because none of you know what the fuck you are doing. I pray you understand. Shalom.
I don't give a love to fuck about what them bitches gotta say. I'm a West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a love to fuck about what them niggas gotta say. I'm a West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck on my Akima, fuck on my sisters, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's the Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm reeling them in, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm stamped in the pistol. I get the order, be glad of this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, nigga. Training, go through the baddest conditions. I fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like Batman, niggas. She know I'm a prophet, she gotta be listening. Disrespect, I ain't having that shit till I go make some business from scratch. She bitchin' a different breed of black men. We don't do the back thing. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like, don't forget about my face. We sticking up straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Don't get you some rank, I told you. Line up in these ranks, we soldier. You can take that to the bank, we focus. How many times must we remind you? One body, one way, some way. I would never take up as a face. When the law with your ain't no up next, it's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world. I responded and called back. Oh Lord. And everything that they stole from us, fuck that shit. We want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come under command and general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. That's why we unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better have the women, have the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't but the same. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in here with me. In the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian, we ain't just talking shit. But we living in it, we be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be fresh as hell, take a picture. And we special now with the scriptures. Play, we gon' script from yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. But really forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on. The slide that I know about is when I send with the gun with the slide on. Real, I get the order, you know that it's slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die. Kill. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got nines, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like bitch and whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come under the commanding general, your hunter, we unaffiliated with them. They talking, they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine, that's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all fuck with such and such? Why y'all won't come together with such and such? I be like, we unaffiliated with them. Understand me, like, niggas be out here on some weirdo shit. And to be honest, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Hey, 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 that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. Oh.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone be. Boy, ass need to stop and ask you to prophets. My nigga serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up on parole because of the COVID. It feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. See the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. You know what I'm saying? They say God so loved the world. God so loved the world and know boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe. Nigga, gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to wrong with step. I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent. I got it. Let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss. Ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got you, baby mother on high or high. Baby pass through the fire. Ask you the prophets. That baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch. I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Plus your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up, serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
Seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Tell me we don't live in hell. My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round here spit shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the stand and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love. Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the Most High. He said, fuck that shit, he trying to sell another pie. His daddy killed him, put him in a trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the ISUPK, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray alive. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side? Yes, I did. See a man reach out to God before he died? Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for less. For my son, I hit your head on that fragile legs. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono tried to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah, I was thugging with Lucky and that nigga left me for dead. Endure to the end, cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets, but the truth made me a man. Shit, I don't really speak cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig. I
seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
If she has your DNA and it's in you, she's going to want to connect. And once she sees how magnificent and how powerful, and even this form that you did, this profound display of love, you know, in having this platform, I think it's going to blow her mind. Because, what you're doing here is not just selfish. You're using this situation to help other people find their way. And so even in that, where, it's benefiting her, she'll be able to see this. This is part of her legacy. You're part of her legacy. But other people will be able to share in this and say, thank you, brother, because this podcast, this show saved my life.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my people. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. This obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, save facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback to bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through it. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
AB with the keys.
They say the spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. That's why I'm in all black, booty, ready for war like Yahweh. Raised under boys and mighty men just so I can
put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Beat my ribs, she suffer all my hurt. Give her all my love, she about that work. While I put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Papa Charles, let me prove a worth it. When the sky falls, it's gonna catch me working. While I put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. I mean, put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Watch my art, and we all been out here. We all about it. My father's work. Yahweh, Shai. I'm from Miss Move all the time. My ladies is fine. We follow the order I told you. For the culture, you ain't thought of. Streets I was taught on. Type you can barely depart on. Bought, sold, then I fought on. Charges I caught on. They call it the cause of the heart that I got for assault on my block. Snitch, I am not. Hate for a cop. My enemy sick against me. I'm a sinner. But what they got in them, they heal a baptism of Christ. Screaming, Yahweh, Shai. Hear my battle cry. Ready to die, ain't no biggie. Hardly offend me. I'm litty. She wanna get with me. I'm picky. Digging the rim till she dizzy. Give her the rapture, get her back rubbed, then back to the action. Packing the full metal jacket, never get murked. Putting in my father's work. Never see me with them heathens, my team hated. We the greatest on face of the earth. We the truth, I know it hurt. Fruitless to believe your words. It ain't about nothing, you bluffing. Scared, go to church. True definition of Christian win. We got 15 men, we got 2 or 3. But the difference is we got discipline. Nigga, listen here. War with these warriors, get your whole existence clear. Talking you, your house, all your rich kids screaming, oh my God, with the vengeance here. So I put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Beat my ribs, she suffer all my hurt. Give her all my love, she about that work. While I put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Papa Shaw, let me prove a worth. And when the sky fall, he gon' catch me working. While I put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. I mean, put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Watch my arms and we all been out here. We all about it. My father's work. Chosen roads and concrete. Ain't nothing sweet for a street. Dwell on my record, told the story, selling for cake every day. Do I just wanna celebrate? 1738. Up in my cup like what's up? Is you single to mingle? I'll bring you out the world, show you queendom. Lead you straight to the kingdom. We ain't gon' rush, of course. I was taught the core till you make your mind up and say you mine. Soaking in the oil, smelling so divine. Make me lay hold you 110-5. You was my desire, get a righteous kind. But I've been so wicked from the dirt. Filling your portion, of course, it's more than I'm worth. Just make me get back to this work. Ready for war, cocaine booty. Bulletproof shooters to do what they told. Orders by generals from the Lord of hosts. Double time, nigga, let's go. Blazing on all the beasts in the street, I got heat. Rude speech about they bad luck and they lies till they cross the line. Then they come to find their whole body banged up. Gotta cut, leaking blood everywhere for the art that he thought. He told him walk with me when I talk simply. Is that what I talk is the law? Be so heavy though, it's when I'm watching foes who gon' rock and roll off the hook. Fish the most vicious niggas out malicious conditions. This hit isn't for the shook, but watch while I put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Beat my ribs, she suffer all my hurt. Give her all my love, she about that work. While I put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Papa Shaw, let me prove a worth. And when the sky fall, he gon' catch me working. While I put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. I mean, put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Watch my arms and we all been out here. We all about it. My father's work. Put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. I mean, put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Watch my arms and we all been out here. We all about it. My father's work. My father.
Check, check, check. Oh, yeah. Clap, clap, clap it up. All right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Israel. Yahweh Shema Shah Braka Thon to my brothers. Yahweh Shema Alathon Bashima Shah to my sisters. You know what time it is. You know what day it is. It's Friday, you understand? And welcome to the Lashawan Qadash class, or as we like to say in Hebrews 101, you understand? Where we like to focus on the fundamentals of and basic principles of reading and writing Hebrew. Right, Most High in Christ. I am your priest from the East of Dharma. Also with me, my main man, my mellow, is also Marco Lot. All right, excellent, excellent. Right. The water for that, I definitely appreciate that. Trying to always fix that computer screen. Understand, Most High in Christ. All right, so again, this is Hebrews 101. Understand? Okay, going over the Hebrew letters, Hebrew language. All right. If you see the title real quick, it says Charlie Kirk in the Bible. You understand? We're going to go over a couple of scriptures concerning one of our oppressors or America's elite, if you will. You understand? Of course, everybody is familiar with what has happened. You understand? Pretty much, you had somebody who talked a lot, had a lot to say, a lot of negative connotations, a lot of things that supported white supremacy, understand racism and oppression when it came to Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. And subsequently, I would say that he had to eat his words, but it looked like his words ate him. You understand? His words ate him. All right, in front of everybody. You understand? As he said, it was public, it was quick, and it was televised. All right. So of course we're going to talk about that in the Hebrew. All right. So Most High. So let's just go ahead and get right to it. Understand? We got a couple of scriptures. So of course you understand. You know how we like to get down Atlanta. We're going to give you the cheat code, but we are going to work on doing more of the Hebrew. Okay, you understand? We're going to get a lot into the ancient Hebrew, and of course the Assyrian Hebrew. A lot of times you do see us focusing in on the Assyrian Hebrew. Why? Because unfortunately it is the most predominant text. All right. So let's see. Also, Marco Life, you could help pass you a microphone. See if you have your sword with you. If you could just read for me, just so we can keep the class going. You're gonna have to watch that because that battery is kind of low. Right. So let's go over a couple of scriptures. You understand? So we can identify our oppressor, and also we're going to go over how we need to conduct ourselves concerning our oppressors. Right. So let's turn to Psalms chapter 52. Chapter 52. Right. So, Michael, if you could read Psalms 52. All right. We're gonna highlight a couple of these scriptures to go over in the Hebrew. Right.
We're gonna start from the top, sir.
Let's go ahead. Yes, go ahead and start from the top just to give context. We're essentially reading through verses 1 through 7.
All right, cut another one. Cut. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 52, verse 1. Come to the chief musician, Machiel, a son of David. When Doeg the Edomite came and told Saul and said unto him, David is come to the house of Amalek. Why boasted thou thyself in mischief?
Okay. So now, why boasted thyself in mischief? Okay.
Oh, mighty man, the goodness of the Lord endureth continually. Verse 2. Thy tongue deviseth mischief.
Okay, so now here, look at this. Here we are talking about our oppressors, which happens to be an Edomite. All right, thy tongue deviseth mischiefs. It said this is why we're going to. You see here, you see the title, Charlie Kirk in the Bible. All right, read that again.
The book of Psalms, chapter 52, verse 1. Thy tongue deviseth mischief.
Deviseth mischief, starts trouble. All right, keep going.
Like a sharp razor. Working deceitfully.
Okay, cool. So now, like a sharp razor at that, working deceitfully. You understand? So now, what is the purpose of a razor? What's the purpose of a razor?
To cut.
Very good. It's going to cut, right? So now this one is very sharp, right? And it's going to cut. And it says working deceitfully. So now, if it's cutting and working deceitfully, and is the tongue, what could it be cutting? What can it be cutting?
What could it cut? Flesh.
All right, it could cut flesh. All right, but now these are words. Now these words here are going to try to cut the spirit.
Oh, spirit. Oh, come.
Cut the spirit. Understand? Right? Working deceitfully. This is what Charlie Kirk was. He was somebody who worked deceitfully. Understand? He would give how Jim Hyman said he would give inaccurate percentages. Instead, when it came to like rhyme, you understand, all kinds of different statistics. You understand that were just inaccurate. Understand? All right, keep going.
Verse Psalms chapter 52, verse 3.
Uh-huh.
Thou lovest evil more than good.
Oh yeah. Okay. Uh-huh.
And lying rather than to speak righteousness.
Okay.
It's a lot.
All right. So now we're gonna focus in on this one in the Hebrew. Thou lovest evil more than what? More than good. Thou lovest evil more than good. And lying rather than speak righteousness. This is the kind of person that Charlie Kirk was, right? I believe there's all kind of clips that are out, you know, saying on his speeches, his debates, conversations, right? But now didn't he isn't he went viral for this moment? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start writing out the cheat code for this, and then we're gonna write out the actual Hebrew, the ancient, and then we're gonna go over it again in the Assyrian. All right. So now, when it came to the Second Amendment and gun violence and such, didn't he say that it was pretty much worth some deaths? Some deaths were worth it in order to uphold the Second Amendment. Now, of course, when we're talking deaths, we're talking people who end up being unalived and such. Correct? Right. So now they're no longer with us. Their lives have expired, or they have been what? Because of gun violence, they have been what? They have been killed. Yeah, they've been unalive. They've been killed, right? And Charlie Kirk says that there are some deaths that are worth it in order to uphold the Second Amendment. You understand? You see how evil this man was, right? And he loved to speak in this manner, as opposed to actually speak righteousness. Right? Now here we're writing out the cheat code. Okay, we're gonna go over this in the Hebrew, but first we're gonna go ahead and write it out how it is to be pronounced. Okay. Then we're gonna go over it in the actual Hebrew. Okay, and we're gonna take it word for word, one step at a time. Okay, because it's good to know these scriptures, you understand, in English, but of course, it's also good to know our original language. Understand? So why not do a 2-for-1? Right? Can we read it again?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 52, verse 3. Thou lovest evil more than good, and lying in lying rather than to speak righteousness.
Right.
Salah.
That's right. Charlie Kirk would rather lie than to what? Than to speak righteousness. So now, if you're lying and speaking righteousness, what would the righteousness be? Essentially, what would it be?
Salaki.
All right, go ahead.
Would it be the truth out of one?
Yes. Very good. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it simple. You know what I'm saying? He would rather lie than to speak righteousness. Of course, righteousness is the truth. You know what I'm saying? So when he says that black people take up most pretty much the percentages, the statistics make up for most of the crime in America. He would rather lie on us than to say that it is his own people who are the most vicious, the most violent on this earth, the most violent in America. You understand? Instead of being accountable, I'm saying, for yourself and your own people. To speak on your own nation, you rather lie on another nation. You know what I'm saying? And that is the spirit. That is the spirit of our oppressors. You know what I'm saying? They would rather lie on you than to tell the truth on themselves. Did everybody notice these past couple of days how quiet certain Edomites were on their jobs?
Right.
Had nothing to say. But if they did say something, it was going to be all lies.
Right.
You understand? Right? So now, let's go over this in Hebrew, okay? Now, I wrote out the cheat code, okay? This is the cheat code. So we can go over this in the Hebrew. And I would like for y'all to write this down. And then we're going to go over this again in the actual Hebrew, okay? And see if we can use this cheat code to help us out, you know what I'm saying, to recognize characters, you know what I'm saying, and cadences, right? All right, cool. So I'll go ahead and read it in the Hebrew. All right. See on the board, we have Ahabtha, Rai, Ma Tawab, Shaquar, Ma Dabar, Tazadak, Salah. Again, we have Ahabtha, Rai, Ma Tawab, Shaquar, Ma Dabar, Tazadak, Salah. Okay. I'm going to write out another color what these words are. Okay, please. I need this. I need y'all to have this for your notes. Okay. Again, this is to help you be able to read the Hebrew and identify your characters. Right? So now the Ahabtha going to be thou lovest. Rai is evil. Matawab is more than good. Shaquar is lying. Madabar, rather than to speak. Tazadak is righteousness. And of course, we have Salah. Now, also, quick note, when you're seeing the word Salah, right? Salah is essentially it is like to pause. Some would say it is like Salah is like to meditate, to think. All right. We're looking at interlinear. It also says that the Salah is like a technical term for music. Okay. To pause in music. Okay. So here, this psalm that we are reading is a song. This is a song, all right, about our oppressors. Okay. So again, we have Ahabtha, Rai, Matawab, Shakur, Madabar, Tazadak, Salah. Right? All right, so my brothers in the chat, it's good to see you, Yaquagabar, Kawan. You understand? Hey, Trooper Yara, Most High in Christ. If you are taking notes, just give me a 144 if you could when you're done. We're going to change the board up so we can actually write this in the ancient Hebrew and the Assyrian Hebrew. Right? All right, again, we have Ahapta, Rai, Matawab, Shakur, Madabar, Taladak, Salah. Right? Sounds good when you can read it kind of fast. All right, no sweat. We're going to go ahead now and turn the board over. We'll just flip it. All right, now same verse as that, but in ancient Hebrew. Okay, even back to our original language. You understand? Remember, in Hebrew, we always read from right to left. Okay. That same energy. And my black. It would have been a cold verse. It's gonna be a cold verse to read on the weekend. It will be gold. It will be. It will be. Right. That's right. All right, cool. Now let's write this out in the ancient Hebrew. All right. Remember our words. We have ab, ta. Then we have Ra. Matawab. Shakur. Madabar. Tazadak. Now, last word, Salah. Right? So now this is how it should read to help us out. These are, remember now, these are the ancient characters. This is the original language right here, the original Hebrew language. All right? I remember we gave you the cheat code earlier. All right? Word for word. So we have Ahavtha, Rai, Ma Tawab, Shaquar, Ma Dabar, Taza Dak, Salah. Right? Now, this is ancient Hebrew. Remember ancient Hebrew? You have your bumpers and your bridges. Bumper for a singular singular syllable. Bridge for compound syllables. Right? All right. Cool. So now your quar. It's good to have you online. Understand, in order to get better at this Hebrew, we're going to have to try to read it. All right. Can you read your notes? Are you ready yet?
I can't read it. I got it written down. But
okay. Are you ready yet?
I can't read it. I got it written down. But
okay. Are you ready yet?
I can't read it. I got it written down.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay. We got a loop.
Are you ready yet?
Okay, no sweat. All right? It happens. No sweat. Okay, so again, I'll read it for you. Okay, so now this is Psalms chapter 52, verse 3. All right, reading the Hebrew. Okay, so it's going to read from right to left. Ahavtha, Rai, Ma Tawab, Shaquar, Ma Dabar, Taza Dak, Salah. Right? Matter of fact, hold on. Do something. Okay. Ah, ha, ba, ra. Maybe you have your ra and your I right here. Ma, ta, wa. Sha, war. Ma, the bar. Madabar. Taza, dot. Salah. Salah. Right? Very good. Very good. So if we try to read this a little faster. Ahavtha, Rai, Matawab, Shaquar, Madabar, Tazadak, Salah. Right? Again, Ahavtha, Rai, Matawab, Matawab, Shaquar, Madabar, Tazadak, Salah. Right? Well, you think you can read this in ancient Hebrew?
I mean, the way you got it written up there, like perfect.
That's right. So again, we have Ahapta, Rai, Matawabs, Shapor, Madabar, Tagadak, Salah. Right. All right, now we have that in ancient Hebrew. Syrian. Right now, all right, now let's write this out in Assyrian Hebrew. Right, we have Ahav, Ta, right? Then we have Rai, then Ma, Tawab, Shakor, Madabar, Tagadak, Salah. Right? Now here we go. Now we have the same verse written in Assyrian Hebrew. Right? I try not to give too many scriptures. They have like a lot of words. All right. Hopefully this will help. So again, write it out the same way that you have it, you understand, in your ancient Hebrew. So you can write it along. Remember, we're all about focusing on the fundamental and basic principles of reading and writing Hebrew. Okay? So now let's take it from the top again. Remember, reading from right to left. Ahavtha, Rai, Ma Tawab, Shakwar, Ma Dabar, Tazadak, Salah. Right? So like it. And remember, a lot of times when it comes to reading the Hebrew, many times that first character, it's by itself. Right? See how the first word is ah, Then you have Hab, Tha. All right. It's also why we like to go over in English first, right? So you get a context of what you're reading. So when you have to read in the Hebrew, it becomes a little easier. So instead of saying Ahabath, all right, we know it to be Ahab Tha. Why? Because a lot of times the Tha is thou, thine, correct? I wrote it out earlier. So now we have Ahab Tha. Next word, Rai. Then we have what? Ma Tawab. We've heard Tawab, right? We say Tawab all the time. Hey, how you doing? I'm Tawab, I'm good. Here we have in the scripture, we have Ma Tawab. Right? Then Shakur. Next line, Ma Dabar. We heard Dabar a lot. I'm saying as far as when we're going in, we read over Genesis, Exodus, and Leviticus. You understand? When Moses has to speak. So speak, Ma Dabar. Right? Tazadak, righteousness. Then the last word, Salah. Right? And again, so like all this repetition is just to help you get a grasp for the Hebrew. Okay, when you really have to, especially when you have to read it out loud, when you have to read it for the feast, then read it for Sabbath service. Right, this is our practice here. Right, and ultimately, this is our practice. So when our King Christ returns, right, we'll be able to know some Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? When he comes to speak to us, right? Write a few things down. Or we can understand things when he writes it down for us, right? Very good. So let's read this one more time. Ahabtha, Rai, Matawab, Shakur, Madabar, Tazadak, Salah. Right? Right, very good. All right, Yaqua, if you can hear me good, just give me a thumbs up. You don't have to unmute. Just give me a thumbs up when you're done. All right, very good. All right, Most High Christ. All right. All right, let's move on to the next verse. Right? Okay, cool. Let's go to our next verse. Uncle, is your microphone still working? Still good? I know the battery was kind of low. Let's read. Staying on in the Psalms 52. We just finished up 3. Just read 3 again.
This book of Psalms, chapter 52, verse 3. Thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness.
Right.
Salah. Verse 4. Thou lovest all devouring words. Oh, thou deceitful tongue.
Oh, wow, they loves all devouring words. You understand? Words that's just going to eat you up. You understand? Words that are just going to try to put you in a place, make you feel bad about yourself. You understand? Words that are going to try to take your manhood. Words that are going to try to make you feel bad to be black. Right. You understand? Words that are going to make you feel that, oh, I wish I was white. I wish I was just like him. You understand? And then you got those kind of words will not only eat you up, you understand, but then you're gonna have the behavior where you're gonna try to eat everybody else up too. You know what I'm saying? Now your culture Now, being black is not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Black is being black is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Being white is all right. I said, what they say? Once you go white, you see the light. You know what I'm saying? This is what Charlie Kirk was trying to do to our people. You understand? All right, let's keep reading.
Okay. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 52, verse 5. The Lord shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place.
Ooh, you see, now you saw what happened to Charlie Kirk. But all that talk, he got plucked up.
Good night.
He got plucked up by the Most High God. He was destroyed. Understand? And what? And then the only joke that I can really see was that it was his own people that did it. You know what I'm saying? As much as he wanted to talk about us, as much as he wanted to say, black, they're so violent. They're saying they're the gang members and everything like that. They're the ones who bring gang violence. You understand? It was his own people. You understand? College people at that.
Right.
You understand? That brought violence to his doorstep. Right. Keep going.
Come with Khan.
We're going to stop at verse 7.
Come with Khan. The end of verse 5. And root thee out of the land of thy living. Salah. Verse 6. The righteous also shall see and fear and shall laugh at him. Good.
Yeah, see, he's a laughing stock right now. Right? All we can do is talk about, this is what you were talking. This is everything that you were saying. They're saying all your words, you know what I'm saying, your words came to eat you up.
It's a lie.
Go ahead. You can run just a little bit.
Every class, sir. Every precept, you pull it out of one where it said. It right there says that Salaki. Where was I? Verse 6. The righteous shall also see. Man, the Lord is so poetic because even the devil said it need to be televised in public.
That's right.
Nice.
That's right. That's exactly what he said.
You know what I'm saying? In fear. You see, that's the big fear amongst the whole world.
That's
you know what I'm saying? And when it comes to the righteous earth, he makes it just like, man, the Lord's real. We got to fuck it up, man. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure we do what's right. And like you said, a laughing stock. They made us a laughing stock. You know what I mean? Now you the laughing stock.
That's right. Hey, most time Christ. All right, let's keep going.
Come on, the book of Psalms, chapter 52, verse 7. Lo, this is the man that made not the Lord his strength.
So now, this is our focus verse right here. This is the Lord. This is the man that what?
Made not the Lord his strength.
So now, he didn't make the Lord his strength. Understand? He did all this talk. Understand? Making himself to be essentially to be the supreme being. Understand? On the face of the earth, where he could say anything. Understand? And not be held accountable for it. Understand? Where he thought that his words were absolute gold. Right? And everybody would just eat his words up. You saw he was always going to colleges and everything. Understand? Trying to challenge the young mind. You understand? Essentially trying to brainwash them.
Right.
All right. But keep going.
Come. The second line of verse 7, Psalms chapter 52, verse 7. But trusted in the abundance of his riches.
He trusted in the abundance of his riches. You understand? I heard that this man was making hundreds of millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Hundreds of billions of dollars. And all he was doing was just get to the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Speaking to the crowds on television, trying to brainwash the people, talking down on blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. That's how he made his living.
Right.
You understand? Keep going.
The verse Psalms chapter 52, the end of verse 7. In strengthening himself in his wickedness.
That's right. And strengthening himself in his wickedness. Right? He used us as a stepping stone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Thinking that pretty much he got rich off of talking about us. You know, and everybody ate it up.
Right.
Everybody believed it. Many people believed in his words.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But as you can see, his words are of no avail now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we have to also pay attention to this. On how Most High is taking care of our enemy.
Right.
It's saying we don't have to do anything. We don't have to do anything at all. As violent as they want us to be, we're not those people. It's them. You know what I'm saying? When you hear the songs, they not like us. It's an actual fact. Matter of fact, it's a historical fact. Right? You understand? Because Charlie Kirk's people historically are the most violent nation and race of people on the face of the earth.
Right. It's like, if I could,
Please go ahead.
a precept is to strengthen his weakness, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I could, Bible sir.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Romans chapter 9, verse 17. For the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up. The Lord raised up Charlie Kirk. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Even for this same purpose have I raised Charlie Kirk up, that I might shew my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
Absolutely, yes. He was raised up. You understand? Just to show how his own people will take him out. You understand? You know, and also just think of how General Muhammad was teaching us. You understand? If we're always told to take the Christian approach. You understand? To be empathetic. You understand? To be forgiving.
Right.
Now, what will you do?
Right.
What will you do? One of your own. You know what I'm saying? One of your esteemed was gunned down. You know what I'm saying? Even though we've seen a lot of videos from a lot of his people that mocked his own death. You know what I'm saying? They smiled. They said, wow, he's been shot down like a dog. One lady said that she would not waste good beer on him. You understand? So now it's funny, because these are the same people that are Christian, that claim to be Christians. These are the same people that say that we need to love everybody.
Right.
We need to forgive. We should not be holding hate in our hearts.
Right.
So now, what will you do?
Right.
What will you do? You understand? And when we ask, what will you do? You know what I'm saying? We want to see if you're going to take the same approach that you wanted us to take. You understand? We're not saying that you should go and suddenly now start sending death threats to black colleges like you've been doing. No, you should not be doing that. You should be finding the killer and you should be ready to forgive him. You should be ready to hug him and say, it's okay. It's okay. I don't hold it against you and everything. You should be able to do that.
Right.
Understand? But of course, now all you can do is just lie. All you can do is lie. So now we want to see if you're going to even lie to yourself. It's that you love them and you still forget. Let's read it again in English.
Come, sir. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 52, verse 7. Lo, this is the man that made not God his strength.
That's right. This is who Charlie Kirk is. He did not make God his strength. And saying he thought he was God. And saying he thought he was God over these people. You understand? And teach and preaching and selling them lies. It's saying, and down in the nation of blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. Right.
It's like, so you just was saying something heavy, right? How they went to they didn't want to hold themselves accountable, right? Mm-hmm. They started trying to blame, they started wanting to take it out on black churches and HBCU. And plus the man said he waited 33 hours hoping it would win his own, right? Yeah. Like what? Like the oppressor is a coward.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it made me think about how much of a coward they are, because even in their own confession booth, they sit in the dark, and you don't even know who they sit in the dark. They talk to the priest and hope that you don't know who it is.
Yes, well played.
They can't even look at the mirror. They can't even sit and talk to the priest face to face like I've made a mistake, because they are such cowards.
That's right.
It's like it, sir.
Oh, you're absolutely right. They're absolute cowards. And saying that's why when the dude said, I was praying, I prayed. Who would you pray to? Who would you pray to? Right. You know, saying that I hope it wasn't one of us. Now, why would you have to do that?
Right.
Why would you have to do that when saying you're in Utah?
Right.
You're saying one of the cities that have the least amount of color.
Right.
In a venue that has the least amount of color.
Come on, man.
You understand? At a college that has the least amount of color.
That's good, man.
So you're around all these colorless people.
Right.
And remember now, you also don't see color.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see color. So now why are you suddenly now hoping that it wasn't one of your own? Why would you have to hope so bad?
Right.
When there's nothing but you out there.
Right.
Like it's nothing but you out there.
If not, then who is he, sir? If
not, then who is he?
It's a lie.
Then who is he? Understand? And why are you hoping that it's not one of your own? Because you're looking for an excuse. Right. Looking for an excuse to go and bully somebody else.
Right.
Another nation.
Right.
Another nation that cannot defend themselves.
Right.
Understand?
Right.
Like, remember the massage parlor murders in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. They were quick. They were quick to make amends.
Right.
They were quick to make amends with the Asian people. Why? Because they know the Asian people have a backing.
Right.
They got armies on the other side of the world.
Right.
Understand? They got armies on the other side. They're not trying to mess with Japan. They're not trying to mess with China, even Taiwan. They're not trying to mess with you.
Right.
Come on. But now you can easily go and bully HBCUs because you know that they don't have a backing.
Right.
Understand? Come on now. All right. So now, okay, finish up again in English. Then we're going to read this in Hebrew.
Come on, so the book of Psalms, chapter 52, verse 7. Lo, this is the man that made not God his strength, but trusted in the abundance of his riches.
That's right.
Come, and strengthening himself in his wickedness.
All right, cool. So now here we go. We have it in the Hebrew written up. All right. Here's the cheat code. So we have Hana, Hagabar, La'ah, Yashayam, Alahayim, My Wazwa, Maya, Salakia, Wa Yabatak, Barab, Aisharwa, Yaiza, Ba Hawafwa. Right? Again, Hana, Hagabar, La'ah, Yashayam, Alahayim, My Wazwa, Maya Batak, Barab, Aishara, Aisharwa, Yaiza, Bahawafwa. Right? Because everybody should have this for their notes. This is your cheat code. Right? No sweat. I'll read it one more time. Then we're going to turn the screen over and stand. Write this in the actual Hebrew, okay? Before we end the class. Right? Hana, Hagabar, La'ah, Yashayam, Alahayim, My Wazwa, Bayabatak. It's like a Wayabatak, Barab, Aisharwa, Yaiza, Bahawafwa. Right? Okay, Trooper Ra'ah. I see you over there checking in from the plantation. Most High in Christ. Glad to have you with us, brother. Write out what these words are. So Hanab is low or behold. Agabar, the man. Shayim, okay. Alahayim, God. I Wagwa, his strength. What? Trusted. Rob. In the abundance. Aisharwa. In riches. Isaac, strengthen himself. Ahawakwa, in his Just for a second. So just in case you need to write down what these words actually mean, like you have it. Notes. Again, Psalm 52 and 7. Anah, Agabah, La'ah, Yashiyah, Alahayim, my Wazwa, Yahweh. It's like if we got the mic. Hanah, Hagabar, La'ah, Yashiyam, Alahayim, my Wazwa, Bayabatak, Barab, Aisharwa, Ya'iza, Bahawathwa. Not a problem, Salak. All right. And also, just in case, for now, these words, the first word, Hana, is low or behold. Hagabar is the man. La'ah is not. Yashayim is made. Alahayim, God. My Wazwa, his strength. Waya Batak, but trusted. Barab, the abundance, in the abundance. Aisharwa, of his riches. Yaiza, strengthened. Bahawafwa, in his wickedness. All right. And now let's write this out in the ancient Hebrew. Remember our characters in ancient Hebrew? We have Hana, the bar, Yashayam, Alahayim,
Salaki Adawan.
Go ahead.
Hanaya is the ha, the na, and the ha again, but when it got the swoop up under it, is that what make the ha ah?
Yes, that's what's going to make it. Remember the yes. So now the bumpers and bridge. So now the ha, na, and ha. We put that line underneath it. We're gonna bring it together, so it's gonna make it one syllable. So now instead of saying ha, ha, na.
Go.
Right. So like I realized I started running out of room. All right. So now here we got the ancient Hebrew. All right, with all your bumpers and bridges. Remember, this is very important when it comes to writing your ancient Hebrew. You must have your bumpers and bridges. All right. So now let's use our cheat code and see if we can help us out with ancient Hebrew. Okay. So now we have ha, naha, as in hana. Then ha, gabar, la'a, ya, shaya, ya shayam, alahayim, my wazwa, waya batak, barab, Aisharwa, Yaiza, Bahawathwa. Right? So now remember in ancient Hebrew, especially when you see, let's look on the second line in second word. All right. We have first word on the right. We have Ya, Shayam, Ya, Shayam. All right. Those letters that look like a Z with a line in the middle, that's always going to be your Yah. Remember that in ancient Hebrew, right? That is your Yah, right? Let's read it again. Hana, Hagabar, La'a, Yashayim, Allah, Hayim, my Wazwa, Wa Ya Batak, Barab, Aisharwa, Yaiza, Bahawathwa. All right. Yaquar, if you could, if you're still writing this down, let me know when we're done. We can move to the Assyrian Hebrew, all right?
Can I walk up?
And if I could always remember that even though we're focusing in on Charlie Kirk, you know what I'm saying, especially with this verse in particular, all of your oppressors are like this. All of your oppressors are like this, you understand? Charlie Kirk is just bold enough to speak out. Your other oppressors are more I believe the word is covert. Most people they're covert racists. These are the people, the oppressors that you will see on your job. You understand? You'll see them in the neighborhood, and they're cordial. You understand? You can have a cool conversation. You can talk sports with them and everything like that. You even can talk a little bit of politics. You understand? But ultimately, they feel the same way about you, like with this verse here. They feel the same way as Charlie Kirk. They're just not as bold. And sometimes they think that it is better to be covert racist so that you don't know that you are still in bondage, that you don't know that these people still do not like you. That is one of the reasons that why people have so many problems, so many dislikes when it comes to Donald Trump, because the other people, the covert racists, do not want blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians to know that they are actually racist and they're in bondage still.
So lucky I one.
Go ahead.
I'm done writing it down, sir.
Okay. All right. Very good. Let's get to the theme. You know what I'm saying? We'll be getting up out of here. No sweat. Right? Get to it. First word. Not. Yeah. The bar. Yeah. Shayan. We have Hayam. Wazwa. Ayapatak. Rob. Sharwa. Isa? Okay. Ahawa. Salah. All right. So now here we have the same scripture we've been talking about for what, the past 30 minutes or so. So now first we wrote it out with the cheat code. Then we went over it in ancient Hebrew. And now here it is again in Assyrian Hebrew. Right? Let's make sure to take all of our notes and come so we can compose this together. Right? Put it all together and saying now you have your full cheat sheet. You understand? So to help you really practice and understand what you're reading. Right? Even how you can tell in class how we keep reading this over and over again. It's what you've heard me say before. And it says a lot of muscle memory. Okay, so now the more that you write it, the more that you read it, it becomes a little more easier to grasp, right? So now let's look over this in the Assyrian Hebrew. All right, Book of Psalms, chapter 52, verse 7 in the Hebrew. Hana, Ha-Gabar, La-A, Yashayam, Alahayam, Maiwazwa, Wayagabat, Wayabatak, Barab, Aisharwa, Yaiza, Wahawathwa. Right? Here you have it. Here you have it in the Syrian Hebrew. And also we're doing this for the people for the edification of the class. If you do not have a Torah, a Tanakh, or even the blue letter Bible on your phone, this way you can have all of the Hebrew. Right? All right. Looking at this again. All right, but we're going to read this in English while others write this down for themselves in the Hebrew. Okay. The book of Psalms, chapter 52, verse 7 in English. Lo, this is the man that made not God his strength. You notice that this speaks for a lot of white people, a lot of Edomites, right? Who want to use the guise of Christianity, the guise of saying that they love God, the guise of saying they follow God. You understand? Right? This is the man that made not God his strength, but trusted in the abundance of his riches. Listen, they feel that money is what makes the man. You understand? Money is what gives power. This is why the oppressor works so hard to keep blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians from working. They try to keep them out of jobs. And so they try to keep them from having their own businesses. And so that's why you hear the line, first fired but last hired, or last hired first fired. You understand? They're always so ready to get rid of you. Understand? Because they know the power that you have. They know that your strength is in the Most High God, and theirs is not. And so then the oppressor will try to make his own God your God. And he knows that he can take you from your God, and he will win. And this is what Charlie Kirk was all about, trying to take blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians from their true power. Right? But he trusted in the abundance of his riches and strengthened himself in his wickedness. And saying he looked at himself, looked at his works, and saying he was never a gracious winner. He was always a sore winner. He always had to try to kick a man when he was down and keep him down. Understand? So he could raise himself up in his wickedness. Right? As long as he could get into your head, understand, and badmouth you and to believe that you were as low as he says you were, then he wins. Right? But again, we saw that at the end of the day that Charlie Kirk's words ate him alive, in public very quickly, and it was televised in front of his own people by his own people. Right? So essentially, Charlie Kirk's words were his own doing, right? Or his own undoing, right? No time, right? And Yaquad, do you have all this for your notes?
Come out of one gun.
All right. Most High Christ, the water for tuning in, the water for checking in. We appreciate your time. I hope this was a good edification and good practice for learning and reading, writing Hebrew, right? And said, I am your priest from the east, Hadar Moth. And with that, we'll pass the class off to Priest and Officer Makwalat.
Okay. Hey, Shalom, Israel. We ISUPK security announcements. We're the ISUPK started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. With a new brother and sister coming to the school, they are off limit for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to her brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, you can find in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. Also, Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, my Ishra, which means tenth in the Hebrew. That's 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord give you, get to the treasury department or a teacher. Free will offer for priests, and not mandatory, but whatever sort of amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, we have the memorial of the blowing of trumpets. And we can clap it up for that, man, because this is in honor to the Shamar department. You know what I'm saying? The Shamar department. See, Trump fit Shamar. His Shamar failed. What's the guy name? Is this Pat? Charlie Kirk. His Shamar failed, but you know, the Shamar and the ISUPK under the Lord, I don't think we gonna take that route. You know what I'm saying? Akina walking, you make sure we checking the bulletin board in the hallway, in the back for any upcoming events we have going on in the city, any place we're going to go take over. If any brother wants to be a troop in the school, start wearing all black boot shirt, pant, hair, their stuff. With that, we'll give curse salute to the brothers. Men in Israel, I might as well I touch Rock. How about shit? What we just said, may the Most High watch you. Bless you in the name of Christ. Got you side hands down. Don't give courtesy to the sister for her. I might Shabbat. I might. Barak. Yahweh Shabbat. What we just said, may the Most High watch you in the name of Christ. Y'all, you side hands down. Class dismissed.